Okay, so good morning, my dear students. Welcome to our virtual class for this morning. Um, before I proceed, may I request everyone to mute your microphone to avoid unnecessary noise and distractions, and turn off your video as well. And please observe proper behavior during our virtual class. Okay, so let me introduce myself to you. I am Maria Ana C. Robles. You can call me Ma'am Ann. I am one of the faculty members of College of Arts and Sciences at AMA Malolo City, Bulacan. Okay, so for our course code, we have here ENG 6103 for 2113T. And this is History of the English Language. And our topic for this morning is the week 2 of Indo-European family languages. Actually, this is the part 1. Okay. And then for our learning objectives, we have here at the end of the discussion, we will be able to describe the Indo-European family languages, and then identify the classifications of Indo-European family languages, and then list down European languages. Okay. Now, so these are our learning objectives for this virtual class. So let us have some introduction about these Indo-European languages, or family languages. Okay, so this is the most widely studied languages family or language family in the world. Okay, so this is the Indo-European family languages. And there are a number of reasons for this. Okay, many of the most important languages of the world are Indo-European. So these languages are official or co-official in many countries and are important in academic. They are important in academic, in technical, and world organizations. Okay. Now, languages that are essential, these are languages that are essential in multinational context or with a large number of speakers. Examples: Portuguese, Hindi, German, Bengali. Now, some of the great classical languages of religion, culture, and philosophy were Indo-European language. For example, Latin, Greek, Persian, Sanskrit, and Pali. Okay, I know you have read or you know some of the classical languages of religion, culture, and philosophy. Now, most of them are written in Latin, Greek, Persian, and Persian. Okay, now they are languages that are scattered around the world as their speakers are part of diasporas. Examples: Greek, Yiddish, Polish, Armenian, Romani, Kurdish, Italian, Punjabi, and Gujarati. Okay, now what are some of the classifications of Indo-European languages? Okay, so may I request Mary Grace to mute your microphone to avoid unnecessary noise. So the various subgroups of the Indo-European language family include 10 major branches. Okay, And first, we have the Anatolian for Asia Minor. This is the earliest attested branch, emerged around 4200 BC. Isolated terms in Luwian, Hittite, mentioned in Semitic Old Assyrian texts from the 20th and 19th centuries BC. Now, Hittite or Hittite texts from about 1650 BC, extinct by late antiquity. Okay, so that is Anatolian. Okay, and then we have the Tocharian emerged around 3700 BC, extant in two dialects. Okay, so the Turfanian and the Kuchean, or the Tocharian A and Tocharian B. So this attested from roughly the 16th or the 6th to the 9th century AD. So marginalized by the Old Turkic Yug-Hur Khaganate and probably extinct by 10th century. Okay, and then we have here, wait. Then we have here another one, the Germanic. From Proto-Germanic, emerged around 3300 BC, earliest testimonies in runic inscriptions from around the 2nd century AD. Now, earliest coherent text in Gothic and 4th century AD, Old English manuscripts, manuscript tradition from about the 8th century AD. Okay, and then we have the Italic, including Latin and its descendants. It emerged around 3000 BC and attested from the 7th century BC. So we have the Germanic, the Italic, and we have here the Celtic. Now, the Celtic, descended from Proto-Celtic, emerged around 3000 BC, and Lepontic inscriptions date as early as the 6th century BC, and Celtiberian from the 2nd century BC. Now, primitive Irish Ogham inscriptions from the 15th century AD, and the earliest inscriptions of Old Welsh from the 8th century AD. Now, American, on the other hand, emerged around 2800 BC, and alphabet writings known from the beginning of the 5th century AD. Okay, so we have the Celtic, the Armenian, and we have the Balto-Slavic. Okay, this emerged around 2800, believed by most Indo-Europeanists to form a phylogenetic unit, while a minority ascribes similarities to prolonged language contact. Now, Slavic attested from the 19th century AD. Okay, earliest text in Old Church is Slavonic. Okay, now Baltic, okay, Baltic attested from the 14th century AD. For languages attested that late. Okay, they retain unusually many archaic features attributed to Proto-Indo-European. Okay, now another one we have here, Hellenic. Now, Hellenic emerged around 2500 BC, and fragmentary records in Mycenaean Greek from between 1450 and 1350 BC have been found. Now, Homeric texts date to the 8th century BC. Okay. Now, the Indo-Iranian, on the other hand, emerged around 2200 BC and attested circa 1400 BC. So descended from Proto-Indo-Iranian, dated to the late 3rd millennium BC. Okay. Now, Indo-Aryan attested from around 1400 BC in Hittite text from Asia Minor, showing traces of Indo-Aryan words. So epigraphically, from the 3rd century BC in the form of Prakrit, okay? So the Rig Veda is assumed to preserve intact records via oral tradition dating from about the mid-2nd millennium BC in the form of Vedic Sanskrit. Now, Iranian or Iranic attested from roughly 1000 BC in the form of Persian, in the form of Avestan. Okay, so epigraphically from 520 BC in the form of Old Nuristani. Okay, and then we have here the Albanian, attested from the 14th century AD, and Proto-Albanian language or Albanian language likely evolved from Paleo-Balkan predecessors. Now, in addition to the classical 10 branches listed above, or the one that we have, several extinct and little known languages have existed also during that time. And those were Illyrian, Venetic, Livarnian, Misapian, Phrygian, Ionian, Thracian, Dacian, we have ancient Macedonian, Ligurian, Lycel, Lusitanian, and Cimmerian. Okay, so these are some of the additional little known languages that are existed during those times. Okay, so as you can see here, the diagram of the Indo-European family of languages. Okay, so to sum up, we have here the list of these Indo-European languages. Again, these are Albanian language or languages, Anatolian language, Armenian language. We have the Baltic language, the Celtic language, the Tocharian language, and the Slavic language. So again, these are the list of the Indo-European languages. Okay, so try to. Now in here, as you can see here, the Western centum or the blue one in the map. Okay, and the Eastern satem, the coral. Okay, the Indo-European language groups. Okay, the pinkish one is the Indo-European language groups. Wait. Okay, so these are the Indo-European family languages. Okay, So, before I end, I would like to share with you a quote from Edmund de Waal. According to him, with languages, you can move from one social situation to another. And with languages, you are home. You are at home anywhere. Okay? So that concludes our brief introduction or brief discussion, or shall we say introduction about Indo-European languages. Thank you for attending our session. Keep safe, everyone, and God bless us all. Thank you.
I